Will LA Knight surprise us all by dethroning Roman Reigns? Hell no. But I think this match will propel LA Knight into superstardom because Knight has accomplished so much in a year, and he's not lying when he calls himself the fastest rising WWE superstar of all time. To go from being Max Dupree to main eventing a pay-per-view against Roman Reigns, and the whole idea that losing to Roman means you'll lose your momentum is a huge lie. Just looking at the people who lost to Roman this year and to see what they accomplished since then, like Sami and Kevin and Cody and Jay, they all went on to do amazing things since losing to Roman. And I think the same thing will happen for LA Knight. For Cody Rhodes versus Damian Priest, Damian's biggest mistake, which if he was facing anyone else, this would be very smart. But injuring Cody before your match against him has got to be up there with one of the dumbest things a wrestler can do, because hurting Cody is only going to make him stronger, as we've seen before. But I think there will be a whole lot of interference from other members of the Judgment Day, with a surprise appearance from main event Jey Uso, since he doesn't have a match at Crown Jewel. But regardless, no matter what happens, Cody will win. Whether it's a broken ankle, broken wrist, torn pec, hard times breed better men. Now for Io Sky versus Bianca Belair, at first Io's title reign started a bit slow, to no fault of her own, but in recent weeks beating the likes of Charlotte and Asuka twice is insane. And now she's going to add Bianca to that list and redeem her loss to Bianca earlier this year at Backlash. Io's on track to having an amazing run as a world champion. So I'm picking Io. For Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship, we are no longer in the era of Super Cena. It is now the era of Super Seth. The amount of back shots this man took from Shinsuke Nakamura and still was the last man standing at Fastlane, there is no way Seth is going to lose at Crown Jewel. And throughout all the shenanigans Damian Priest is going to throw at Seth and Drew, this will for sure keep Drew angry enough to continue their feud, eventually leading to Drew beating Seth and winning a world title in front of fans. But an out-of-box prediction that I have, that I don't think will happen, but if it did, it would make for an insane moment. So imagine with me, Drew claymores Seth, and all he needs to do is pin Seth. But out comes Damian Priest and he's ready to cash in, and he makes this match a triple threat match. And he hits Drew with the briefcase since there's no disqualification, and he pins Seth instead, winning the World Heavyweight Championship, and once again Drew gets screwed, adding more tragedy to his story, and finally giving Drew his crowning moment at WrestleMania next year instead. But none of that's gonna happen, because Super Seth is gonna win. Now on to what I think could be match of the night. Rey Mysterio versus Logan Paul for the US Championship. I can't lie, the US title has been in the gutters for a bit, and even though there's been a few decent matches for the title here and there, like Rey versus Santos and the triple threat match at Survivor Series last year, having a star like Logan hold this title and defend it on pay-per-views and bringing it everywhere he goes, like he does with Prime bottles, will only elevate this title even more. For the Fatal 5-Way match for the Women's World Championship, I'm actually really excited for this match. I've always been a fan of Zoey Stark since her NXT days, and her theme song is so good. And Shayna Baszler finally getting a title match is amazing. So for all these women to get a spotlight on them is going to make for a great match. And hopefully later on they'll all get their shot one-on-one with Rhea, but for now, all 4 women against Rhea, I think Rhea's going to win this one. Now the kickoff show has Sami Zayn versus JD Mcdonagh, and there is no doubt in my mind that Sami Zayn is going to win this one. And it's going to be a fun little match since both men are really good in the ring, and it's a great way to start off the show. Now finally, John Cena versus Solo Sikoa. I think Cena winning could be the start of a great feud between the two, that has Cena leaving and going back to Hollywood, while Solo ponders on the loss to Cena, and tries to figure himself out, since he's been losing every big match he has, whether it's against Cody, Jay, or LA Knight. And once Cena comes back around next year, hopefully around WrestleMania time, having another match between the two where Solo gets to win instead would for sure add more depth to Solo's character. But for now, my money is on Solo winning this one, because having your first singles match on a pay-per-view be against John Cena and winning will add so much credibility to Solo Sikoa for years to come. But these are just my predictions. Let me know in the comments what are your predictions for Crown Jewel, and if you're watching this after the pay-per-view is over and you realize that I got every prediction wrong or I got them all right, let me know. And with that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe, and goodbye.